The advice I would have would be for the woman and not for the guy, because obviously his problems are beyond anybody else.
Yes.
I like to always advise women. I said, I feel like every woman has to be independent to a certain level. Very independent-minded. Men are meant to be our helpmates.
Yes.
Meant to be helpmates to them as well. I don't subscribe to total dependence on any other person. So, I mean, I hate, it's painful when we hear this kind of stories. A woman has shut off her life just trying to raise a family and please a man, and then it feels like she's left stranded.
You're welcome to the guest corner of Lifelines with Mima. With me now, I'm very pleased to introduce to you the delectable, the most beautiful, Ini Edo. You're most welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a privilege finally meeting you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Okay, so one of the subjects we're treating this season is the issue of gender discrimination, how our people prefer the male child over the female child and give preference and certain privileges to the male child over the female child. What would be your take on this?
I think it's a very archaic mindset. It's alarming to still see that there's still people in this 2021 who still have that very myopic, backward sense of reasoning. Because women have proven over time that they are not backbenchers.
Yes.
They've taken their rightful position in the society, in government, in politics, in business, in career, in as much as they're still able to hold the home fund, have kids. You know, I think that it was perhaps back in the days, ancient time, when there was a notion that women weren't designed to do a lot of work. Perhaps they would just stay home wives,
confided
and
to
the men would go out to do the hustle and bring in the daily bread. But the world has long changed, and we've seen women evolving to take their rightful positions as much as becoming presidents. You know, I mean, I'm not even going to use myself as an example or any other female that I know, but I think that female children are such blessings and exceptional, and you know, it's just whoever still has that level of mentality, I feel so sad. I think it's been left in the dark ages. And,
it's very backward.
Yeah,
it's very backward. What advice would you give to this kind of individuals who are still out there and still think that that's the right thing?
I don't think there's anything to advise them. I mean, they just need to wake up to reality. It's you just being obviously oblivious of your environment, because look around you. I mean, you sound dumb thinking that. I'm sorry to say that on TV, but you know, it just sounds dumb.
Funny, yes.
It doesn't make you. I wouldn't. I mean, I'd look at you with very little respect to think that you still have refused to, you know, embrace where the world is going.
This guy actually abandoned his wife with the fourth baby because it was a girl. He just abandoned them in the hospital and said to her, "This is it. You can't bear me male children." And so,
well, you know, for me, the advice I would have would be for the woman and not for the guy, because obviously his problems are beyond anybody else. I like to always advise women. I said, I feel like every woman has to be independent to a certain level. Very independent-minded. Men are meant to be our helpmates. Meant to be helpmates to them as well. I don't subscribe to total dependence on any other person. So, I mean, I hate, it's painful when we hear this kind of stories. A woman has shut off her life just trying to raise a family and please a man, and then it feels like she's left stranded. So I always try to say, I know it's hard, you know, I may not have had that, you know, but I feel like even in between having those kids, you must try to find a way to make yourself independent to a certain level where you don't feel so stranded, because you can't really trust anybody.
Any human being, actually.
I mean, even the Bible has said it, you know, I mean, and nothing is really cast in stone. You know, anything can happen.
And people change.
People fall in love and they fall out of love. And tomorrow they have a change of heart. What if the man, God forbid, dies? What if anything happens? You know, so that total dependence, it's a problem. I feel like if we begin to do more for ourselves in terms of building ourselves into more strong and independent
Women.
people as a gender. The idea of somebody abandoning you with your children is painful.
It
There's
is.
no amount of comfort that will take that pain away. I know that. But at least you'll be able to get
You
on your
have
feet,
something,
yeah,
yes. You'll be able to move on.
move on, because that's all you'll have to do at the end of the day.
At that
is
time.
move on.
For your children.
For your children and for yourself.
Very important.
You
Thank
know.
you so much.
Thank
It was
you.
really nice having you. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.